Okay, we're back. This is part 3, so you're almost done. We have made our middle, we have made our arms. We have to do the X next. And these are two with the X's. This one I didn't use a bicone, I just used a C bead. This one I used a bicone. And I must say I like the bicone better. You can do whatever you want. But I think it ties in the bicones you've been using nicely. So when we were making the arms, I kept saying avoid the C bead, avoid the C bead. Well, this time we're going to incorporate the C beads. They're really important. So as you can see, my thread is coming right here, and right next to it is a C bead. I'm going to go through just that C bead. And I'm going to make the first part of the X. So what I do is I'm going to make it so it goes down to the opposite end. Okay, so in order to do that, you're going to put on 2 more of your C beads. Now if you're using something smaller for your centerpiece than your 4mm bicone, you might want to experiment to see if maybe you need more C beads. I don't know. I've chosen as I refer to them, my darker one, because I didn't use as many as the lighter one, so I just thought it would tie it in. So I'm going to take my last 4mm bicone and 2 more C beads. So what I have is a total of 4 C beads with a bicone. So I've got 2 C beads, a bicone, and 2 C beads. And I push them down on the thread. And as I said, we're going to go to the opposite C bead across to make the first part of our X. You can go in either way. You could go through this way or you could go through the other way. Avoid the string if you can. That you might see, and you're just going to slide your needle this way and pull. And now you've made the first part of your X. Okay? Now you're going to move your thread to the closest C bead from where you went. So that would be this one. Okay, so you're going to go through the bicone to get there. So you're going to go through this bicone and to the C bead. Either way is fine. Going up through the bottom is always the preferred way. Sometimes you have to kind of adjust things a little bit to get to the C bead, because it's nice that it's so close and compacted. That's what we want. Okay, so I've gone through this C bead by way of the bicone, going through there, and now I'm going to pick up 2 of my C beads, 2 more, and I'm going to go just through the middle bicone I just put on. You can either go down, you can go up. It doesn't make any difference at this point, so I just go down. Just through the bicone, not through the C beads. And that gets me almost the entire X. We have one more part to put in, which will go the span of the pendant. So I'll make sure they're tight. I'm going to put on 2 more of my C beads. And I'm going to go down to the C bead we haven't used for the X and put it in through there, going up, and pulling it tight. And that is what the X looks like. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make the hanger part, which is this part right here. This is a piece I bought separately from Michaels. You can get them anywhere. You can do whatever you want here. You could do a jump ring, whatever you want. But we're just going to make the seed bead loop. So I'm going to look at my pendant and I'm going to say, do I want my bicone going up and down, or do I want it going across? I prefer it up and down. So what you're going to do then is you are going to take it to the closest seed bead. I mean, the 6mm bead that you came out of, which is right here for me, right on the top, and go through there. Because you're remembering where your thread's coming out of. You make it a little corner right here. Okay. Where I'm trying to get to is this bead on the top. So I'm just moving my thread to that point. So I went through this bicone, and then I'm going to go up these two, avoiding the seed bead now. Okay, so you can go up the light one and the dark one. The dark one is going to act as one of these big bicones we use to wrap around the 4mm beads. So we're going to wrap 6 seed beads around this bicone. So I'm going to string on my 6 seed beads. These are crazy seed beads, and they want to stick. They don't really want to go on, they want to stick to the needle. And so I have to kind of fight them. 5 and 6. Alright, I've got my 6 on here. I'm going to move them down the thread. And just like I did with the bigger bicones and the 4mm, I'm going to go back on the other side of my little 4mm of the dark one to make my loop. Okay, so there's my loop. Now, I don't feel that it's that strong. I'm going to reinforce, as we did for everything else. So I'm going to reinforce it. So I'm going to go back through those seed beads I just put on. You can take them 2 at a time or 3 at a time sometimes. And then back through your dark colored one or your middle one, whatever you choose. Pull tight. Alright, basically that's all the beads we're going to add, and it's looking pretty much done, but we do need to finish it off so it's secure, and that will be the last video I do. So that will be part 4. Look for it.